Hey, everybody. Welcome to our regular Friday get together. We're so happy to be here with you today. I'm Leslyn, and we're here with all of our usual suspects, our friends and colleagues. I'm just going to go around the circle and just going straight up above me, at least on my screen, is Catherine.
Hi, everyone. Happy holidays or whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. This is our week. And mostly for some of us, it's resting.
Yes.
I'm
And then we're going
celebrating
to go,
resting.
and we're going to go over to Gail.
Hi, I guess I'm the usual suspect number 3.
Yes.
And happy winter. If you're on this and if you're above the equator,
Yeah.
if you're down under, happy summer.
It's happy solstice, because whichever one it is.
Right. Yeah. Happy solstice. That was yesterday for us. So
yeah.
Awesome.
And Siobhan.
Hello, I'm Siobhan. I'm the research specialist with the Lipedema project. I read stuff, I watch stuff, I do stuff, I talk about it sometimes. Other times I don't talk about it. Happy winter solstice or summer solstice, whichever. I wish it were summer solstice, because then it would mean it would be winter soon. I don't want it to leave.
That's funny. Tell us, Siobhan, what you're working on.
That was funny. I want you to do that again for one of our webinars.
Do what? Right now I'm working on, I think it's going to be a cowl. So this is brioche, so it's kind of like a layered stitch.
Very nice.
Cowls are lovely.
Very nice.
I don't actually wear them, so the only reason I'm making one is because I need to use up my scraps. So
you don't wear cowls? Are you talking about like a gaiter, a net gaiter?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wear those all the time.
Okay, well, you can have this when I'm done then.
Okay, well, I'm coming and getting it from you in February. How's that? Or January, whatever, when I get there.
And so,
speaking of January.
Speaking of January, what?
It's a segue to January.
Yeah. Because what's happening in January, Siobhan?
Oh, now I have to do it. Well, we have 2 things. The first one that's coming up is the town hall. So it's going to be with a bunch of us. We'll talk about stuff that's happened over the year and how exciting everything is and how happy we all are and how busy we all are and all the great things we're going to do in the future probably. And that one is going to be on January 4th at 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's 4 p.m. Mountain and 3 p.m. Pacific, because I can do math.
Yeah, nice.
We're in exceptionally rare form today, ladies.
I know.
I think a vacation week is coming just in time.
Yeah.
Okay, and I am now posting Town Hall Jan 4th in the comments.
Yes.
So please make sure you register for that. If you don't register, you don't get a replay. You got to register. Not only that is, if you register and you can't make it, you have the replay. If you register and can make it, you get to watch us live and web and replay. So see,
you could just watch it over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Yeah, because we're gonna it's gonna be fabulous. We've done so much in 2023. What a wrap up. I mean, I think about 2023 and it feels like 3 years worth of.
Oh, sorry. 2023 has been a hell of a year. I cannot wait for 2023 to be done. Oh my God. When I look back on my entire 75 years, there isn't one year that's been worse than 2023.
I can think of a couple.
I'm sorry, Catherine. Everybody give Catherine some love, please.
Oh, yes, please. Love.
Please give her some love. I want to see hearts. Just for Catherine. Come on. We've only got 2, and I know that there's 12 of you out there. I can see numbers.
Marcia Black said, what a way.
Sherry has posted. Lynette posted. Marcia. posted, and so did Barb, and there's Julie too. So, so thank you guys all for posting.
Look what Julie writes.
Yes.
I got all 4 of you today. Excitement might put me over the edge.
And thank you, Barbara, for making your comment.
Marilee says, I'm here. Hi, Marilee. Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys so much. We love to have you post and to know you're out there listening. And we love it when you say where in the world you are too, in case we forget. I know about Julie because she's my neighbor. And Julie, I'm wondering how you did with that rain last night, because we got about 3 inches in 1 hour. So it was like heavy duty rain last night. So put in there in the chat how you did with that. And so that was the first announcement, is our town hall on January 4th. But then we also have another free webinar that we're doing in January. I think that's on the 24th, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is what many people have already enjoyed, is getting a presentation by Dr. Raymond Perrin, who is going to be talking about his technique that is specially developed for chronic fatigue and conditions of that ilk, that we think might also be helpful for central lymphatic disorders. I know, Catherine, you've been experimenting with it a little bit with a Perrin practitioner near you. And so we wanted to bring this to the rest of the community, that this is something new that's out there. He will be talking about that at a free webinar on the 24th.
Of January.
Of January, yes. Not coming up in 2 days. Thank you.
Oh yeah, right. And we don't have the link for that yet. That's another save the date. We don't have a link for that yet. So be watching your emails, be watching this channel that you're watching us on now, so we can get you the link to that.
And one last thing we wanted to share with you before we just hang out and chat is that we're going to be doing, Dr. Perrin is also going to be coming out to Boston in the first weekend of February, training practitioners to do his technique. And since we think this might be valuable for central lymphatic disorders, for lipedema, definitely for if you have chronic fatigue syndrome, encourage your practitioner to come, especially if they're a lymphedema therapist, but any kind of healthcare practitioner. Boy, we would love to have them join us. I think we need to get more of this technique out to people that it can help. So let them know to come to that free webinar, or I think you can also post the information about the workshop. So if people could just find out more about what's going to be happening in this workshop, what you can learn. It's going to be in lovely Boston, I think actually Cambridge, yes, for that first weekend of February. So I'll be there. Well, all 4 of us are going to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tell your practitioner to come and they can meet us in person.
Yeah, it could also be a lipedema education opportunity. If they have any questions, they'll have all of us captive.
Captive. We'll have them captive. They won't have us captive.
They'll have no choice but to be educated.
Very cute. Very cute.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at Marcia says, what a way to spend an evening. That's right.
Yeah.
Did you see from Winetta that it's 11 degrees
11
Fahrenheit,
degrees.
74
inches so far this winter. Wow.
And the roof at the truss factory collapsed. Oh, the truss factory, because that's where they build roofs.
That's
they
ironic.
build the roof trusses, and they lost their own roof.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, I have fog, damp ground and fog.
I don't have anything. There's no
I'm in,
snow, there's no rain, there's no fog, there's no nothing.
Just blah.
Yeah, just
dry as a bone,
sunshine. What
Idaho
do I
with
need
fog.
that for?
What do you need that for?
Okay, and Julie was under flash flood and tornado alerts. Yes, I got that. That's my area too, Julie. And there was lots of rain and thunder, but it was more spread out for her with not the 3 inches in 1 hour like they got in Oxnard. And remember, in Oxnard, California is more than just a pretty name.
You know what's really cool about Oxnard, California?
What?
My very first telephone number that I ever had in my entire life
Yes.
was Oxnard 95933. OX 95933.
Oh,
I was five. When I learned my first phone number,
wow.
Oxnard 95933.
Wow. Back when we used to remember all of our phone numbers in our head, right?
I know. So 57 years ago, I learned that phone number.
That's wonderful.
Okay, I know, right? It was in Oxnard. Sorry, that just. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Well,
she said she was satiated. I like that term, Julie. I'm sorry.
I saw that.
I'm not done, Julie. Satiated. Oh, so you reign to satiation. You eat to satiation.
Yes.
To satiation.
Yeah. Exercise to satiation. Right. So I think that concludes our announcements for some things that are coming up in January. But I think that several of us wanted to talk about, because there is holidays coming up, and they want to talk about what they're doing for the holidays, what their plans are. Gail, do you want to share anything?
Well, I'm going to put you guys all to shame. I have no stress over the holidays.
Yay!
Yay!
And how are you managing that?
Well, I'm going to be at home, and if the front door opens and people walk in, I'll say, "Hi, I love you. Come sit down, open a gift." And if they don't, they don't. And if the front door opens and they walk out, I'll have said bye. So there's 13 of us. However, something really exciting is going to happen tomorrow. Our how did that happen? Did you put that up there,
Catherine has control.
I think she has control over it. Okay. Anyway, so tomorrow. So last weekend, my grandson showed me a picture on his phone, and it was an engagement ring. It was a solitaire. And so tomorrow, he is going to ask his sweetie pie to marry him.
Wow.
Today's Friday, right? Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. Isn't that exciting?
I hope she doesn't watch these lives.
Oh, if she does, it won't be. No, she doesn't. She's busy. She's working. But it'll be my first grandchild to get married.
Ah. Wouldn't that be funny, Gail? If she decided today, of all days, she was going to follow you
and watch the live.
You know what?
And she just heard that she's going to get engaged tomorrow.
Yeah, leave it to Grandma, right? Leave it to Gigi to ruin the fun. I know. No, I think that. Oh well, they'll know, because I mess things up for the knuckleheads all the time. That's what I call my grandsons, because I've got a 21-year-old grandson and a 19-year-old grandson, and I'm always messing stuff up for those knuckleheads. You know what I got them for Christmas? This is hilarious. They won't be watching this. They make
no, they won't. Said with such confidence.
I know. They won't be watching this. So they make socks that you can get people's pictures put on. So I bought Patrick a pair of socks with Colson's picture on it, and I bought Colson a pair of socks with Patrick's pictures.
Are they brothers or cousins?
They're brothers.
They're brothers.
They're 18 months apart. So I got them socks with pictures of the opposite ones. Sorry. And they're in a heart. The picture's in hearts on them.
Oh.
And then we buy little gifts, and then we stuff like pocket cash inside for them. So a nice amount of pocket cash that they folding money in there. So
Why
that's
do I think that those might be re-gifted to someone else?
they will.
They'll swap
No,
them.
I know. I have a feeling they'll wear them at least once in my presence.
That's great. That's great.
So anyway.
So what about you, Catherine? What are you up to?
Oh, the thing I've been up to for a long time, rest. I'm resting and sleeping. I don't seem to be able to do much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, winter is the perfect time for it. Lots of different creatures are resting and sleeping right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to Gail about it, and I was saying I feel like a hibernating bear. Wasn't it you I was talking about that?
Nah, you weren't talking to me about that. You're probably talking to Lisa.
Oh, maybe it was Lisa. Anyway, I was feeling like a hibernating bear. This is what bears do. You just go in, hibernate, and wait for spring.
Mm-hmm.
My spring is February 2nd with Dr. Pepper. I'm waiting for Dr. Pepper to come to Boston.
Yeah. Okay. So don't wait for Groundhog Day.
Right.
It's going to come early. Spring is coming early next year.
It's coming on Groundhog Day.
But do you know he's here for Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
He is going to be here for that. Oh, that's awesome.
February 2nd.
Yeah, he's here for Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day is one of my favorite days. I like it for some weird reason.
Because what a silly holiday, right?
Yeah.
Well,
February 2nd.
Is everybody a big fan of that movie, Groundhog Day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very cute. Very cute movie.
I think it's the best movie. Mm-hmm. I love it. What about you, Siobhan?
I'm not doing anything. No one's invited me. I have not invited myself, so I'm going to stay home. I'm going to knit. I might watch like The Grinch or something. Maybe a horror movie, just something relaxing, and I'll do nothing, and it'll be great.
I would not call a horror movie relaxing. More like a flick, but what are you going to do?
Well, I remember watching The Grinch Who Stole Christmas when I was a child, and to me, that was a horror movie. It was so scary looking. What? I could not even watch the whole thing. When I think I saw it when like 5 or something like that. I go, this is not good.
So you're talking about
so relatable.
You're talking about the one that was the cartoon that was all just oh my gosh, that's our Christmas goodnight book.
Oh my god.
and then we have the Nightmare Before Christmas. We do those, Yeah.
I will state for the record, the Grinch did nothing wrong. He's completely correct. And he's very relatable, and he's one of my heroes alongside Oscar the Grouch, and has been ever since I was a child.
Oh, and see, my hero is Max. He's so loyal.
Max is a very good boy.
I love that puppy dog, little Max. Catherine has no idea what we're talking about.
None.
With the horn on his head.
It's an antler.
I know.
There's a little antler.
Tied up there with a string.
So, anybody in the chat, add what you're going to be doing this holiday season, even if it's nothing. Like, I don't celebrate. I don't like Christmas. Cool. Tell us about it. I like to hear what other people are doing.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Leslyn. You can start.
Well, I was just going to say, I'd like what Marilee says is winter hibernation. And I mean, I like Siobhan. I look forward to when it gets colder because I like wearing scarves and warm sweaters and bundling up and stuff. But bundling up and then staying inside and drinking my hot tea, not necessarily going outside. So that's what I will be doing. And I'm so glad that now it's raining finally in California. So I'm justified in staying inside and reading my Jane Austen novels.
So, but one of the things that we have, bears give birth and are very busy during the hibernation, using up all their fat stores.
True. Did you
I don't know
know?
that. I don't know that you're not giving birth, are you, Catherine?
Not that I've noticed.
I feel like you would probably notice. Also, fun fact for the day. Fun fact for the day. Did you know that hibernating brown bears have high cholesterol?
No. Tell us about it.
Yeah, there's papers published on it and everything. They even did arterial scans on bears to see if they have heart disease. Yeah, they don't have heart disease, by the way.
How did the bears feel about having their arteries scanned?
I would assume they were probably sedated.
I hope so.
So only brown bears, not bears in general, just brown bears?
Brown bears are the ones I know specifically because there's papers published on it. It could be all hibernating bears, but I don't know.
But you know, but you say, and they don't have high cholesterol. They have high cholesterol, but they do not have heart disease. So that makes you raise your eyebrow, right, about the connection between cholesterol and heart disease.
Well, as it happens, there's a study ongoing at this very point in time looking at humans with high cholesterol on ketogenic diets and heart disease.
And what is that called? I did know that.
It's called the Lean Mass Hyperresponder Study.
You know what it should be called? The Lean Mass Hibernation Responder Study.
Yeah, they're all secretly hibernating. But the baseline data is out. It's up on YouTube and on Dave Feldman's Twitter. He posted a video with the baseline data, and then they did a data match with Miami Heart, which are people presumably not on a ketogenic diet and normal cholesterol levels. So.
Okay, I have this very interesting piece of information.
Okay.
What happens to bears' hearts rate during hibernation?
Okay.
I would assume it slows.
Bears
right?
voluntarily eat less, but continue to drink to purge body wastes. So that's a good affirmation about water being able to detoxify. They become increasingly lethargic, resting 22 or more hours per day, often near water. Active heart rates fall from 80 to 100 per minute to 50 to 60 per minute. And sleeping heart rates fall from 66 to 80 per minute to less than 22 per minute.
Wow.
Boy, that's interesting.
That is super slow.
They have a bear cam in, I think it's in Alaska. Whenever you'll have to say if this is true, but they have a bear cam that's put at a major river where the salmon runs are, because the bears all come out and they fish there. And when they're first waking up from their hibernation, they are so, it's like drunk bears. They're so groggy because it takes a while for them to wake up. So if you get, and Juanetta just said it's at Katmai Brooks Falls. So if you Google that, you can find the bear cam, and it is so interesting watching it. And they have the same bears come back, and so they're following the same bears over time, and they bring their cubs there, and they teach them how to fish. But they're pretty funny when they first wake up from hibernation.
Yeah, Katmai. She pronounces it Katmai. Katmai Brooks Falls. Yeah, it's pretty. No, okay. And then the Facebook user says to us, heart rate and respiration slow. Monks can do that, but can't fix nitrogen. Otherwise, we would have solved this lipedema
thing. Yes. Yeah.
So maybe that's what us lipedema ladies need to do, is we need to all go hibernate.
Unfortunately, our urea processing is a little bit different.
Oh, true. Oh, it says, and then there's this. Then watch Fat Bear Week in the fall and vote for the fluffiest bear.
I hope bears know that they're admired so much.
Oh, or we lost Catherine. That was bizarre. Hibernate for autophagy. Yeah. Um,
Well,
so
and I think one reason why at least some people with lipedema are able to fast so well, because that, you're kind of built for that. So I
right.
know, Gail, you just were experimenting with doing some long fasts, and they're working really well for you.
Yes, and I did want to talk a little bit about that today because um, over the course of the last year and pretty much since all of the tragic deaths that happened in my family and my friends over 2020, I became very emotionally involved with food, and it's taken me quite a while to get back into the fasting mode. And I've tried, and then something would come up and knock me out, just kind of emotionally overtake me, right? And so I find that for me, fasting is invigorating, but my connection, my relationship with food is very emotionally driven. And so I'm in a really good spot right now. And so I had my history is that I've started having pain, heaviness, achiness in my legs, and it's been getting worse and worse. And just was, I just figured, I mean, I tell people I'm in a flare, I'm in a flare, I'm in a flare, and I'm just not, this is just what's happening, and this is just going to be my life for now because I was just kind of not able to fast. I was not able to get a good grip on my nutrition and felt quite like a hypocrite because I truly believe that the ketogenic way of eating is very helpful to me, and I believe part of being following a ketogenic way of eating is making sure that I'm in ketosis, right? And I just haven't been. I've been really low, and so something happened on Saturday, and my husband expressed he saw me get up on a set of risers in my chorus for the first time in a year, and he expressed his concerns to my kid that I was not moving right and that I looked like I was in pain. I've been getting up every morning in pain. That's the backstory. I know, long, short story long. That's what I do. So I started my fasting again, alternate day fasting. When I first met Catherine, I was alternate day fasting, and she she was like, Gail, everything you're doing right. She already knew that, and that was in 2019, on my first consultation with Catherine. And now it's 2023. 4 years later, and I'm started again. So we do sometimes we go, oh, I'm not continuing, and I decided that I was going to alternate day fast, and I was going to do as close to 42 hours as I could. So that means I'm not eating Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I started on Sunday, right? I stopped eating on Sunday. No sugar, no grain, no soy, no dairy. Listen to me. No dairy. That's the big one. No coffee, because dairy and coffee go together, right? They're not one and the same, but they must be combined in my life or they don't exist. No dairy and no coffee continuously. So who knows why this is, but I started fasting on Sunday, didn't eat Monday, ate on Tuesday, didn't eat Wednesday, woke up on Thursday, put my feet on the floor, and got out of bed. Usually, the way I wake up is I urge my legs to get out of bed, put them on the floor, and when I stand up, I grip the wall for support. And then I grip the couch, and I grip the side of the door and the door handle, and get myself into the bathroom. Sometimes I have to hold on to the sink and the toilet to sit down. I just don't have any strength. There's so much pain in my legs. I got out of bed. I walked into the bathroom, walked back into bed, and I told my husband, I have a report to make. And he goes, what's that? And I said, no pain, no pain, no heaviness, right? And then I shouted it from the rooftops. And then last night, before I got into bed, or the night before when I got into bed, because I had eaten. So I guess that was Thursday. So it was last night. I got into bed. This little briar patch, and my brain says it was a fluke. You get 1 day. I didn't believe. I didn't believe it. And I got out of bed this morning, no pain. I believe it. I don't know if it's the no dairy. I don't know if it's what it is, if it's a combination of everything. But I will tell you, I was startled. And all three of you guys here know that because I reported it to and I wrote that in circle. And I was like, first thing in the morning, it was like, guess what? Guess what? Because it was startling.
Yes.
It was startling that I didn't have that heavy, achy pain. Even Aunt Sandy, when I walked into her house, she said to me, she goes, "You're walking different." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "You're walking and not waddling, not shuffling and waddling," because I'd gotten to that point. So I'm grateful for my husband that told my kids. We had an intervention pretty much on Saturday night. And that's my story. And I hope I'm sticking to it. No, that little wire, that little razor wire pig that's up inside my head keeps telling me it's a fluke. Go ahead and drink your coffee with cream. Go ahead and eat today. I'm not eating today.
Yeah.
Salt and water, salt and water, salt and water. So I'm getting today. But I'll tell you, I feel like the inflammation just went whoosh. And I went in 4 days from 284 pounds. I weighed in today to 272.
Wow.
That
Oh
is
my.
12 pounds of inflammation.
Yes. 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 And for anybody listening to this, watching this, Gail is very experienced in this. She's been doing this for quite some time, and I would like to urge any of you that if you want to try fasting, get some guidance.
Yes.
We have a wonderful person with Lipedema Simplified, Carrie Reedy. She's a nutritionist, and she can help guide you in that. See if you know, with the conference with her, you guys can decide if fasting is something that's right for you, or if a certain eating plan is right for you. So get some help. Don't just go do this on your own. It can really be wacky with your medications, with your electrolytes, all kinds of stuff. So we want you to be safe. But that was an amazing testimonial, Gail, because many people have said how much this works for them.
Right. And I'll tell you something about fasting, dropping your carbs really low, certain things. When you make drastic changes like that, if you're already on blood glucose medications for blood glucose irregularities, it can change your glucose levels quickly, because my glucose levels went from 115. My fasting glucose was between 115 and 123 regularly now. And it's been below 100 since after my first fast, after Monday. It's been below 100. Okay. My blood pressure is dropping quickly.
Yes.
So that it happens. If you're on medications, you have to be monitored very, very closely.
It could be those changes can happen in 24 hours, and within 24 hours you could be over medicated, and that could be dangerous.
Right.
So that's why we're saying that yes, this is something fabulous to try, but get guidance. Make sure you're monitored and make sure you're safe.
Yeah. And know that what I'm doing for me, those were all very drastic changes.
Yes.
But I have been low carb, keto, carnivore, grain free since 2017.
Right.
I have fasted since early 2018. Right. And I spent one summer alternate day fasting. And so in 2018, my summer of it was a rolling, I call them rolling 42s, so every other day I was not eating every other day. So I'm very, very established. But my first time I fasted, I just fasted from 7 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, an overnight fast is a great place to start. Yes.
And I went 12 hours, then I went 14 hours.
Yes.
you know, a couple weeks later, I went to 16 hours. I
Right.
worked in, and I had guidance, and I was observed. I was monitored by a doctor,
Mhm.
and I worked really closely with other people who were fasters.
Mhm.
So it's not something you can just do safely.
Mhm.
You have to have somebody who knows what they're doing,
Like Carrie,
monitoring
you
you,
see
like
posted right
Carrie.
there. Yes.
Yeah, like Carrie. So I'll put her address in the
The
comments.
chat as well. And I'm gonna to start to wrap this up because we have gone over 30 minutes, but it was absolutely lovely to be here with all of you. Thank you for all of you that posted um, and giving your encouragement and making your comments. Did see Aileen, I saw your comment about osteoporosis and taking hormones. This is something that we want to talk about. That's thank you for posting that, and we will make that note and make sure we talk about that another time. But now we'd like to wish everybody happy holidays, and we're going to be enjoying a week off next week, but we will see you again after the new year.
Love to all of you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.